Have you ever met someone who treated you with kindness, respected your time, replied to your messages, and somehow you still felt like something was missing? Maybe you even told yourself, they're perfect on paper, but I just don't feel the spark. What if that feeling isn't about them at all? What if it's about what your brain has learned to call love? For many people, especially after experiencing unhealthy relationships, love doesn't feel safe anymore. It feels exciting, unpredictable, intense. You start believing that if your heart isn't racing every day, then maybe it isn't real. But here's something that psychologists have been talking about for years. Sometimes the butterflies in your stomach aren't butterflies at all. Sometimes they're anxiety. Think about someone who constantly keeps you guessing. One day they make you feel like the most important person in the world. The next day they disappear without explanation. They cancel plans, ignore your texts, then suddenly come back with the sweetest apology you've ever heard. That emotional roller coaster creates incredibly strong feelings, not because it's healthy, but because your brain becomes addicted to the uncertainty. Every time they finally give you attention after making you wait, your brain receives a reward. And over time, it starts chasing that reward again and again. It's surprisingly similar to how unpredictable rewards keep people coming back in games or social media. You never know when the next emotional high is coming. So you keep waiting, hoping, trying harder. Now imagine meeting someone completely different. They text when they say they will. They communicate honestly. They don't play mind games. They don't make you wonder where you stand. At first, it almost feels strange, maybe even boring. Not because they lack personality, but because your nervous system is no longer in survival mode. Your body has spent so much time preparing for the next emotional storm, that peace feels unfamiliar. Imagine spending years living next to a busy highway. You hear traffic every single day. Eventually, you stop noticing the noise. Then one day you move to a quiet neighborhood. The silence feels uncomfortable. You might even struggle to sleep because it's too quiet. Did the silence become the problem? Your brain simply got used to the noise. Relationships can work the same way. If chaos has always surrounded your idea of love, peace may initially feel empty. There's a woman named Emily who shared a story that many people related to. After ending a relationship filled with constant arguments and emotional ups and downs, she met someone new. He remembered small details. He respected her boundaries. He apologized when he made mistakes. There were no games, no disappearing acts, no jealousy designed to make her insecure. After only a few weeks, she thought about ending the relationship. She told a friend, "He's so nice, but I don't feel the excitement." Months later, something changed. She realized she was sleeping better. She wasn't checking her phone every 5 minutes. She wasn't creating imaginary worst-case scenarios. She wasn't afraid that one wrong sentence would ruin everything. For the first time in years, she felt emotionally safe. And that's when she understood something important. She had confused anxiety with chemistry. It's an easy mistake to make. Movies often teach us that love should be dramatic. Big fights, big apologies, big emotional speeches in the rain. But real life doesn't always work that way. Healthy relationships are often much quieter. They're built on trust instead of confusion, consistency instead of guessing, respect instead of fear. That doesn't mean healthy love is boring. It simply means it doesn't require emotional chaos to prove it's real. Real intimacy grows through small moments, keeping promises, listening carefully, feeling accepted for who you are, knowing that disagreements won't automatically end the relationship. Those moments don't usually go viral on social media, but they're often the foundation of relationships that last. If you've ever walked away from someone simply because they felt too nice or too predictable, don't judge yourself too harshly. Our brains learn from experience. The good news is, they can learn something new. Over time, safety begins to feel attractive. Peace begins to feel comforting instead of unfamiliar. And the things that once seemed boring start feeling like home. Because real love isn't about wondering whether someone will choose you tomorrow. It's about knowing they already have. The healthiest relationship you'll ever experience may not be the loudest one. It may not give you constant butterflies. It may not feel like a movie. Instead, it might simply feel calm. And sometimes, calm is exactly what healing looks like.